For more than a year, we've been following the story of 3 American hikers arrested along the Iraq-Iran border. Last week, one of them, Sarah Shourd, was freed from prison in Iran. And since then, she's been calling for the release of the others, her fiancé, Shane Bauer, and their friend, Josh Fatal. And after speaking here with her mom several times over the past year, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome Sarah herself. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
It's wonderful to have you here with us.
Yeah, it's
I
good
saw
to be
you
here.
on Sunday when you were freed, and looking at you today, I get the same impression. There's not this look of joy, of celebration yet in your face.
No, this is not what I thought it would be. You know, I thought this would be the end, and at this point, I don't know when the end is going to come. So now I'm in this position that the families have been in all along, of anxiety and uncertainty and really no guarantees. Of course, we have hope, but we don't know when this is going to end.
Hope that Shane and Josh will be released. Have you had any word since you've been free about how they're doing?
No, I mean, as soon as I left the prison walls behind me, there's absolutely no communication. And I have no way of knowing if they're okay or what's going on with them, you know, if there's been changes in their conditions now that I'm not there any longer.
Can you tell us what your days were like? I know that you spent most of your time, 23 hours a day, in solitary confinement.
Yeah, it's true. And, you know, Shane and Josh were my lifeline. My whole day was centered around anticipating the short periods of time I would get with them in the outdoor courtyard.
How much time would that be?
Well, in the beginning, nothing for the first almost 3 months. And then half an hour, it slowly increased with begging and pleading and, you know, a lot of tears. But I would, you know, anticipate and center my whole day around that time. It was my only human contact. So when the hour drew near, and I never knew exactly when I'd be taken out, but I would start pacing around the room and wringing my hands and just often just crying, full of anxiety. And when I saw them, Shane and Josh, just incredibly compassionate, supportive young men, we would sit around in a circle and hold hands. And you know, every time I felt like I was slipping away, they would bring me back.
You would see them for an hour a day. The rest of the time, you were by yourself in that room. How big a room are we talking?
About maybe 5 feet by 10.
And that's where you had your meals?
Yeah, everything.
Everything. Mm-hmm. Were they kind to you? Were the guards kind?
It's a mixed bag. Some are really compassionate. I mean, it's a difficult job to have to watch people suffering. The rest of the world, you know, prisoners are practically invisible. Their pain is invisible. We can't see Shane and Josh right now, even though they're cramped in a little cell. Their cell is the same size as mine was, but there's 2 of them in there. So really, with their beds taking up half the room, they exercise side by side on a space the size of a towel. And they have no idea when they're going to get out. They've committed no crime. They don't deserve to be there. And so I want to make their pain more visible, because when I was there, my pain was invisible. And, you know, even the guards could just slam the door and walk away, no matter how much I cried, or at times I screamed, you know. And
are you hopeful that they will be with you, that your fiancé, Shane, who proposed in prison, will be with you and you can have your wedding sometime soon?
Yeah, of course I'm hopeful. I mean, you know, the hope is what sustains you, and we know this is going to end. There's too many people and governments around the world that want this to end, and I believe there can be, you know, a resolution that both sides are satisfied with. I believe it's better for everyone to end this.
Well, we wish you well. We've been with you this long, and we're going to stay with it until it's over.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah Shourd. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.